You've been told your whole life to drink more water, 8 glasses a day, stay hydrated. It's the safest, most repeated piece of health advice that exists. Nobody questions it, nobody warns you about it. But here's what nobody tells you. Water can kill you. Not contaminated water, not too little of it, too much of it, and it can happen in a single afternoon. People have died drinking water in contests. Athletes have died drinking water during a race, doing everything they believed was right. And the amount that kills you is smaller than you'd think. This is the story of a threshold in your blood that most people have never heard of. A number that quietly overrides one of the most trusted pieces of health advice on the planet. To understand why water can turn dangerous, you first need to understand what your body is actually doing with it, because most people think more water just means more hydration. It doesn't. Not exactly. Your blood isn't just water. It's water carrying dissolved salt, mainly sodium, at a very specific concentration. That concentration is what your cells depend on to function. Sodium sits both inside and outside your cells, and it's the balance between the two that keeps them the right size and shape. Push that balance too far in either direction, and your cells stop working properly. Your kidneys manage this constantly. Drink a bit too much, and your kidneys simply filter out the excess. You urinate more. It's a self-correcting system, and most of the time you never think about it. But that system has a limit. Your kidneys can only process water so fast, roughly a liter an hour under normal conditions. Drink faster than that, or drink heavily while your body is also losing sodium through sweat, and the system starts to fall behind. The excess water doesn't just disappear. It moves into your bloodstream and it dilutes it. This is called hyponatremia, low sodium in the blood, and when it happens, something has to give. Doctors measure this with a simple blood test, serum sodium concentration, expressed in millimoles per liter. A healthy range sits between 135 and 145. Your body guards this range tightly because your cells, especially your brain cells, are extremely sensitive to it. When your blood sodium drops below 135, you're in hyponatremia. Early on, it's mild, a headache, nausea, confusion. Your cells are starting to swell as water rushes in to balance the diluted sodium outside them. Drop below roughly 125 and it becomes clinically dangerous. Vomiting, disorientation, seizures. Drop below 110 to 115 and it can be fatal. At that point, brain cells are swelling inside a skull that has nowhere for them to expand into. The pressure builds. Respiratory failure and death can follow within hours. 135. That's the wall. Below it, your body starts struggling to keep your cells stable. Above it, everything works the way it's supposed to. And here's the part that makes this genuinely dangerous. Unlike dehydration, which builds slowly and gives you warning signs you've felt 100 times before, thirst, dry mouth, fatigue, hyponatremia can sneak up on you disguised as something else entirely. The early symptoms mimic dehydration almost exactly: headache, nausea, fogginess. So the instinct is to drink more water. That instinct is the trap. It's the exact opposite of what your body needs, and it accelerates the crisis. This isn't theoretical. It's documented and it's happened in ordinary circumstances, not extreme ones. In January 2007, a Sacramento radio station ran an on-air contest. Drink as much water as possible without urinating, win a video game console. A 28-year-old participant, a mother of 3, drank close to 2 gallons of water over about 3 hours. She complained of a severe headache during the contest. Hours after going home, she was found dead. The coroner ruled it water intoxication. A jury later found the radio station liable and awarded her family over $16 million. It's not limited to publicity stunts. It happens in endurance sports, to people doing everything they believe is responsible. Research on marathon runners has found that a meaningful share of athletes who overhydrate during a race develop measurable hyponatremia by the finish line. Some with no symptoms at all, some with dangerously low sodium requiring hospitalization. Between 1998 and 2007, several marathon runners died from exactly this condition, drinking water at every aid station because they believed it would protect them. It's shown up in the military, in hazing incidents, in yoga practitioners encouraged to overdrink during intense sessions. The common thread isn't extreme conditions. It's simply taking in more water than the kidneys can clear, faster than the body can compensate. And this is the part that should genuinely change how you think about hydration advice. It is not people casually sipping a water bottle at their desk who are at risk. It is endurance athletes drinking on a fixed schedule regardless of thirst. It is people following generic drink more water advice without factoring in their actual sweat loss or sodium intake. It is infants whose kidneys can't process large water loads the way an adult's can, and who can develop dangerous hyponatremia from something as simple as over-diluted formula. It is anyone drinking large volumes of plain water quickly, under pressure, a contest, a workout, a dare, or simply someone's well-meaning advice. The generic rule, drink more water, was built for people who are, on balance, mildly underhydrated in daily life. It was never built as a rule for every context, every volume, every rate of intake, and almost nobody explains that distinction. The reason water can turn from the thing that sustains you into the thing that kills you isn't because water is dangerous. It's because the conditions where the advice stops applying, high volume, high speed, low sodium replacement, are conditions people put themselves in constantly, usually with the best intentions. 135 millimoles per liter. That's the wall. Above it, your body manages the balance without you ever thinking about it. Below it, more water doesn't help. It's the problem. So next time someone tells you to just drink more water, you'll know the part of the story that almost never gets told. Sometimes the thing you reach for to take care of yourself is the exact thing that can take you down. And knowing where that line sits is the difference between hydration and harm.